Today, if I may say so, you are breaking new ground by coming together and committing at high levels never before seen at a conference on this topic to take urgent action to put a stop to this trade, which has become a grave threat not only to the wildlife and the people who protect them, but also to the security of so many nations. To be frank, it saddens me deeply that I have found myself having to play a part in helping to bring together this very important gathering. A little over a year ago, a group of presidents from Africa, including President Ali Bongo Ondimba of Gabon, approached me and made an impassioned plea for help. The situation they described was indeed dire. The scale of the poaching crisis their countries were facing had reached unimaginable heights. Organized gangs, terrorist groups, and militia were slaughtering ever greater numbers of elephants for their ivory and rhinoceros for their horns. Most threatened of all, they said, is the elephant, an integral part of the ecological and social fabric of the African continent and a keystone species. Their slaughter in both forests and savannas had created frighteningly silent and sterile places. And without the elephants, some of whose populations are no longer viable and yet are often irreplaceable agents in seed germination, the long-term ecology of many forests is fatally disrupted. No elephants, no forest. For my part, ladies and gentlemen, I will continue to do what I can to help bring key players together to find a way to end this trade. Next month, I hope it will be possible to convene a meeting to encourage governments, banks, accounting firms, security agencies, and others to make greater use of financial tools to tackle organized crime engaged in the illegal wildlife trade. As many experts are telling us, if we follow the money and take back organized crime's ill-gotten gains, now done, of course, to combat trafficking drugs, weapons, and people, we can send a strong message to criminals that there are serious consequences when they kill endangered wildlife for profit. Now, of course, the most difficult work begins to turn such commitments made at a very high level into action on the ground. There is not a moment to lose if we are to save the species whose loss will not only diminish us all, but also expose their abandoned habitat to ever greater risk of destruction with dire consequences for humanity.